Picture your mind as a cabinet.
Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities is marketed as a departure from traditional horror. Presented as a collection of stories from talented, hand-picked directors, each tale is poised to thrill viewers in a unique manner. The desired outcome proves elusive, though, as the Cabinet of Curiosities struggles to deliver a cohesively nightmarish experience.
This is one of those nightmare specials, the kind you never get to the bottom of.
Cabinet of Curiosities is a horror anthology show in the vein of Alfred Hitchcock Presents. Del Toro himself offers introductions for all 8 episodes, and it's clear that he's enjoying himself as the host.
Welcome to my Cabinet of Curiosities.
He believes in the merits of each story. The belief is infectious. The ornate props and cryptic words help in building anticipation. This setup is more than just a nod to anthologies of old. Acting as a means of planting certain expectations, it allows each episode to more easily circumvent projected outcomes. The Outside, the episode directed by Ana Lily Amirpour, is a prime example. It welcomes various philosophies about the state of its characters in relation to an electronic device. Most will recognize that something is amiss thanks to the disturbed messaging that permeates much of the dialogue, but the actual horror is subtle until it isn't, at which point any preconceived notions are shattered. Nearly all of the episodes are presented this way. Some are scarier than others, especially those with more classical depictions of a given monster. But the overall emphasis seems to be placed on conveying intriguing concepts in new, unsettling ways, essentially creating something that will linger in one's mind long after the credits have rolled. Having an hour runtime helps in this regard. Characters are given room to breathe before being enveloped in darkness, making it easier for us to become invested in their plights. Kate Micucci's awkward depiction of the Outside's Stacy is memorable, not only because of her solid acting, but also because she's given the time to lean into her character. Essie Davis and Andrew Lincoln both do an amazing job of portraying grieving parents in The Murmuring, while Rupert Grint's heartfelt performance in Dreams of the Witch House is certainly notable, if only a little ironic given his past roles.
Wingardium Leviosa.
The directors don't skimp on the violence either, and they seemingly had a decent enough budget for some fantastic creepy crawlies. Evocative yet believable imagery is the norm. However, not every episode hits the highest of bars. Graveyard Rats, the episode directed by Vincenzo Natali, proves to be rather mundane. Most of its runtime is spent on lengthy exposition before culminating in an anticlimactic and predictable end. The same goes for Lot 36. While the dialogue between characters is much better, it also ends in a forgettable manner. The biggest offender, though, would be The Viewing. Relying solely on an elevated concept and well-written yet exhaustive dialogue, it betrays the rest of the series by being outright boring. It's chaotic and doesn't nearly justify the time spent building towards it. There's also the notion of being this genre-defying collection, a group of stories that'll somehow reshape how fans view horror. But a few of the episodes do the exact opposite by holding on to old tropes. Thankfully, most of the 8 episodes are entertaining. Body horror, a foreboding atmosphere, intriguing concepts expressed in terrifying ways. There's a lot for horror fans to enjoy. Its inconsistent nature keeps it from being an instant classic, but it still warrants a couple of late-night viewings. Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities offers horror fans a few unique thrills. While the assorted monsters are well designed, it's the creepy atmosphere and haunting visuals that usually sell the horror. Most of what's presented is conceptually sound, and the cast of each episode provides some solid performances. That said, the uneven quality of the stories proves that even del Toro couldn't escape the difficulties typically associated with horror anthologies. Some episodes are certainly better than others. For more spooky content, check out what we thought of The Midnight Club Season 1 and the new Hellraiser. And for everything else, stick with IGN.